Welcome to a naturalistic observation by David Welch. This is a naturalistic observation of a young man and his mother who also had a dog with them. The setting was a playground that is also a dog park. Several adults were present. There were, of course, other children and dogs. The first observations were physical. I noted that he had blonde hair. He was about 2 to 3 feet tall. He was walking alone, yet wobbly, yet good locomotion was apparent. Early motor skills were observed. He reached to pet a dog. He picked up a ball and was able to do that, but then did not have the fine motor skills to direct the ball where he wanted it to go, to throw it very far. Hale and Kavanaugh described motor skills as coordinated movements of the muscles and limbs, and he clearly had some movement of the muscles and limbs, so that was observed. If I were to say he was at a late stage of toddlering, that would be fitting. The next observations were cognitive, and what I noticed were some integrating sensory information going on, which is how we react to the environment around us. He was definitely reacting to the environment around him, seeing the other people, other dogs, laughing out loud at the dogs and things like that. He was also very attentive. He moved if mom moved, which told me that he was paying attention to that. He was using those cognitive skills to know if mom's moving, I'm moving too. I didn't observe any private speech. He wasn't verbal otherwise. There weren't actual words being spoken by him or anything like that. He seemed very curious. So he definitely is cognitively active. Um, and again, Kale and Kavanaugh tell us that throughout infancy, childhood, and adolescence, individuals want to understand the workings of both the physical and social world. For example, infants want to know about objects. And in this case, he was curious about the ball and, of course, about the dogs, too. So that was definitely observed. And finally, I observed socio-emotional characteristics. And right off from the beginning, I could tell there was a very secure attachment observed here. He was very uh, attached to mom, yet he could walk away and not be fussing if she wasn't right there by his side, yet he would come right back to her when it was time. The mother was very warm and caring towards him too. She was also very communicative, speaking to him a lot with words we would hear traditionally every day. I also witnessed some intersubjectivity going on, which is when the mom and the son have an experience that has an impact on the other. So between the two, there were experiences happening that impacted them both. Um, Social referencing was involved. I saw him taking cues from mom. Like when she said it was time to go, he understood that it was time to go. Um, Saw a lot of social smiles, a lot of happy social smiles are going. Also witnessed some strange awareness when he attempted to look at me because I had a dog there too, and he was a little standing back until mom said hello. And once mom said hello, then he was a little more comfortable. I also witnessed some simple social play with a dog, of course, not with another child. So that was interesting, but he definitely was able to do some simple social play. Social emotional relationship that develops between an infant and a parent is usually very special, and that was very obvious in this situation. And of course, Kale and Kavanaugh tell us that also. Um, so that was very obvious. And so with that, I'll conclude my presentation. today of a naturalistic observation of a young man and his mother. Keep in mind the father wasn't there, so there was, like I said, there was a secure attachment observed with the mom. As to whether the father is secure, that's unknown. And with that, again, I'll conclude this presentation. Thank you for your time.